And we are live. Welcome back to Mr. Gorell. And let's hit the music.
Welcome back.
There it goes. It's so annoying that it does that to me. All right, so who are we talking about this week, gentlemen?
The brigand pirate, Hondo Ohnaka.
Hondo Ohnaka.
The brigand. That's a good word.
I know they were saying it in the episodes. I was like, oh yeah, that's what he's also referred to. I was trying to remember we had any other aliases.
The brigand pirate. I feel like before I'll do my thing, I kind of feel like he was a character that they wanted to throw him in there for like a plot point, right? To get everybody together a little bit there. And I think he was done. I meant to look up his voice actor. He was done so well that I think they end up not having a choice but to just give him more stuff.
Like he only appeared in the first season for 2 episodes. And then after that, you don't see him again till the I believe it's the 3rd season. We have the list up as well, which we'll go into.
Season 2, he's in Bounty Hunters.
Yeah, sorry. Season 2, he shows up as cameos in 2 episodes, and then after that, he doesn't show up until to season 5. So he jumps ahead quite far.
And then he's used a lot.
Yeah, then after that, especially leading into Rebels, he becomes a
Rebels.
And then we'll talk about like what reason why he might be used a whole bunch, because he went from being kind of a funny side character that you're kind of like, what in the world are they using this guy so much for, to holy bejeebus, like he is everywhere now suddenly.
For good reason.
And yeah, he's hilarious. He's in his okay, there goes my chat. Finally, I got a chat up so I can actually look at it. It took me about 14 different things to try to get that thing going. Okay.
He's very charismatic. He brings everyone together.
Yeah.
He does, but at the same time, like they do it really well, because he's very charismatic and they bring him and he brings everybody together. But at the same time, like his man will drop his ass in like a second if a better offer comes. And it's just so great how they do that. Because and he doesn't even get that. He doesn't even get that offended. Like as soon as they drop him for like a better offer, he's like, nah, it's profit. What profit?
I was trying to find that quote again. I forgot to write it down. Was when in the one episode when they turn tail and join Maul, and then Maul's like, 3 of your lieutenants have joined me. He's like, those traitors, those scum. And he turns around. I'm so proud of them.
Yeah, exactly.
but still, they are traitors. And then when they catches back up with them, like, please don't kill us, boss. And he goes, no, I'm not going to kill you. They betrayed you too. Let's go. Hey, they got some good stuff out there. Let's take it.
It gets awkward if you come in here right when we're singing your praises, Chris. It's just awkward, you see.
Not the name drop anything in there, Chris.
All right, so I'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and just drop the little intro here. And I really need to get more organized, because this is like the first time I'm also watching the finished product most of the time. But here we go. Hondo Ohnaka was a Wee pirate. He operated in the Outer Rim during the Clone Wars. At some point before the Clone Wars, he created the Ohnaka Gang, planet Florum. During the Clone Wars, he never picked sides. Instead, he chose to pick whatever side made him the most profit. As the Clone Wars raged on, Hondo and his gang came across Count Dooku. He had crashed, fleeing from the Jedi Knight Kenobi and Skywalker. Offering him safe passage and help, he instead captured him, demanded ransom. After the Republic agreed to his ransom, he sent Kenobi and Skywalker to verify his claims. However, Hondo drugged them and decided to ransom all 3 for Triffle the Prophet. The Ohnaka gang would go on to attack many villages, a Jedi ship full of younglings, and were sometimes allies with bounty hunters such as Aurra Sing and Boba Fett. Once the Jedi realized Hondo's loyalty could come at a price, they went on to work with him on several occasions. After the creation of the Galactic Empire, the Ohnaka gang was dismantled, and Hondo was forced to do it alone. He would go on to many adventures, and at some point, meeting up with Ezra Bridger and the crew of the Ghost. Hondo Ohnaka great leader, a great fighter, even able to hold his own against many a Jedi. Tonight, we discuss the greatest pirate in all the galaxy, Hondo Ohnaka. Join us. All right. The surprising facts about him, honestly, though, is like he doesn't have a high level of, according to Star Wars now, when I was on the website, they don't have a high level of leadership, they say. He doesn't have a high level of fighting. But I find this very odd considering how he's able to create a gang all by himself really young. And he's literally able to. Okay, let's just jump into it. Okay, let's just jump into my first clip here. Here we go. Before I get started. Overlords, listen. This does not belong to me. None of this belongs to me. It all belongs to you, Disney. All praise and honor due to Disney. I'm just a humble servant trying to keep the brand going. Here we go. All right. So first time, is this the first time we see him? Whenever
the first time you see him is in the Dooku captured episode when he captures Dooku.
All right. So I think this is the first time we see him.
If you need transport, the nearest planet is Florum. It's 6 parsecs away.
Is it civilized?
That depends on your definition of civilized.
Congratulations on your capture of Count Dooku. Very impressive.
Yes, it was. Even a Sith Lord is no match for my warriors. Put up quite a fight. Blasters, cannons, that glowy thing.
You mean a lightsaber?
That's it.
It would be wise if you would let me go.
No, it would be unprofitable if I...
Okay. Oh, I just wanted to show that part. I'll show the rest of that in a second.
It'd be unprofitable.
Yeah, I wanted to show just the Dooku parts. That's the first time we've seen with the Dooku part.
Yeah.
And then, so he's able to basically just from sheer trickster type activity, he's able to capture him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the first time we see him. And then I'll like show the rest of that, which I don't know if I can fast forward it. So I might have to watch that again, unfortunately, because I forgot that I combined them all. And I just wanted to show he later, for this guy who has no powers, no fighting ability, no leadership whatsoever, we'll just count all the people that he's able to capture in this one little thing here. So why did I name it Pirate? The Pirates get Dooku whenever it's
the old date rape on Kenobi and Anakin.
We'll discuss that. Keep your eye on whenever he says, "My guys, get him before he goes to woo woo," because I don't think I can fast forward it. Of all them passing out, because that's important in a second. Okay, here we go again.
If you need transport, the nearest planet is Florum. It's 6 parsecs away.
Is it civilized?
That depends on your definition of civilized.
Congratulations on your capture of Count Dooku. Very impressive.
Yes, it was. Even a Sith Lord is no match for my warriors. Put up quite a fight. Blasters, cannons, that glowy thing.
You mean a lightsaber?
That's it.
It would be wise if you would let me go.
No, it would be unprofitable if I would let you go. And why would I do something as short-sighted as that?
We have to find a way out of here before Senator Karras and Jar Jar arrive. We'll look like fools.
All right.
That Ahsoka part takes place in a different episode entirely.
Yeah, it's all different times.
But it's all that need is to look like fools, right?
So he gets Dooku, one of the best Jedi, Beth Sith. He gets Anakin Skywalker. No need to explain that. Kenobi, and he even gets little one. And he's able to capture them all, like all these Jedis. We talk about, some of these badass bounty hunters who couldn't take him down, and he had them all captured at one point, ransoming them off.
What I love is I didn't realize until the second time you played it there when Dooku's like, "Is it civilized?" and he's like, "Oh, it depends on your definition of civilized." And he like mocks him right there.
That's why Dooku's also knows it is civilized. I'll show this one real quick right here.
As my sweet mother always said, "Son, if 1 hostage is good, 2 are better. And 3, well, that's just good business." Once we get the ransom for the Sith, then we'll get the ransom for the Jedi. Thank you, Mom.
All right.
Thank you, Mom.
So funny.
So that's what he decided to do. What happened is obviously
so proud.
Well, they captured Dooku. They offer him up to the not the Empire, to the what are they called? the Republic, and which I thought was hilarious because he asked for spice. They're going to give it to him. Like that's the craziest way I think that you could ever.
Well, it's so funny to them because it makes sense because in their mind, like 1 million credits of spice, and then they sell it for double on the black market, and it's like interesting because I guess you could just like I don't know how you do the credit system, but that's just funny how they did choose.
But could you imagine if we had a hostage situation in some faraway land and they asked for $1 million worth of heroin? Our guy was like, "Yeah, we'll send a guy right over." Like, no, we would never.
You got a whole storehouse down in the basement.
So when they get there, their guys tell them, "Hey, they're setting this up. There's tanks here. They brought in Jedis," and so they're like, "Okay, that's when you see them go. Okay, fine. What we'll do is what's better than having one ransom, having 3 ransoms." So he tells them that, "Yeah, it's great. Tomorrow you can take off with Count Dooku. You can take your prize. Have a drink with us. All right." And then you see in the background some guys like Chris saying, "Get the little roofie going," and they're gonna spike the drinks of the Jedi. So they start partying, and they're the whole time.
What's funny is in that episode before, so as everyone cheers, Kenobi and Skywalker quickly switch their drinks with the guys.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
And they get knocked out. But then the next episode, it starts with them waking up in the cell, and they're like, "What happened?" It's like we had like one drink, and it's like some pretty strong drink. So they must. So they probably like sprinkling every single.
Yeah, drink. I was about to say. Yeah, so then they're Kenobi keeps saying, "Oh, we're not going to drink. No, I'm too good for this." So I do agree to drink, and that's the funny part. Is when you see all the pirates passing out, it's not just because they love space rum or whatever they're drinking. I think it is because he spiked a lot of drinks.
I think he did just to make sure,
just to make sure he got those damn Jedi. So he spiked his entire crew just to make sure he got those Jedi.
Just going to sleep. That's all.
And then so then of course later on in the episodes, you get
Ahsoka and
he gets him, but I mean he gets Oppress, Savage, and his brother.
That's season 5. That jumps
his brother Darth Maul, and this is one that I guess Hoosier wanted me to show. So we'll just show this one because it's just part of his charismatic stuff.
Yeah.
Ready the men, we're leaving. My men aren't going anywhere with you. Look at them. How powerful can they be? They are running away from Kenobi.
Filth, you will pay for your insolence.
Insolence? We are pirates. We don't even know what that means. Open fire. If we...
Rocking his own guys.
And I was telling you before we came on, I was like, I had to add the part where he's like, they're running from Kenobi, because it was just funny because at that scene, it just ended where Kenobi was fighting off both of these Force users, Maul and his brother, with 2 lightsabers and cut one of their arms off, holding his own, and they basically had to run for their lives from him, and they kind of trap him in the tunnels. And then this pirate's like, they're running from Kenobi. We all know Kenobi's nothing, and these guys are running from him. And that was his way of getting his guys to shoot at these 2 crazies.
That's so
funny. Can you imagine being one of his henchmen and him saying stuff like that? We should trust this guy?
It'd be so good. I mean, you're perfect. You have no problems worrying about your boss. He'll always have your back.
Right?
It's just so funny. Like the lines like that sticks in your mind. Like I remember, like to this day, when I mentioned we should do Hondo, I was like, that's one of the first lines that came out of my mind. Like, pirates, we don't even know what that means.
And when he walks into that room and says, "This smells like profit."
And then the one scene I didn't do, I thought about it, but I didn't do it because we're already pushing our luck with the great overlords. Was whenever he's like making an announcement when he finally leaves, he was like, and like I announce this is no longer profitable, and he gets in the ship and he flies away. That's how he like leaves the planet.
That was cry. I was like falling over it. That this is no longer profitable. The lead. But
I just think it just shows you that he was like I said, I just think he was a plot point. But the guy who did it, the actor who did it, and just his charismatic ways, you just had to bring him back because he's just too hilarious. Because when you put him in there, when he's in the episodes, they're hilarious, so you love him.
Oh, he steals the episodes.
But they're absolutely like this little tangent that doesn't have a lot to do with the story, and it's just an excuse to get more of him, and then it kind of goes back again to like the thing. So
it's just he's so good. There was one quote as well that was from the Ahsoka episode involved the younglings. That was that whole last section, and she gets captured by him, and eventually he gets put into the chains as well. And Hondo says, I may be a pirate, but I do not like taking children in the battle. Ahsoka's like, that didn't seem to bother you when you attacked us. And he's like, well, today is a new day, and lucky for you, today I like children.
Yeah, because he kidnapped them because he wanted their crystals. I think it was right.
He wanted all the Elam crystals.
Yeah, he wanted all the crystals, and so that's what his plan was. And there was other times where he was just kind of, I don't know, he's just crazy. Like there was another one I didn't clip, but it's where Dooku's talking to him, and he's kind of like, well, listen, we had a little bit of a dust up, but it's no big deal. Like, I'm not worried about you. You're not worried about me. And then when it pulls back, I think General Grievous is like in the building, like ready to take him away. And he's still being very bold and kind of piratey whenever Grievous is standing there, like letting him talk to Dooku. You don't even realize Grievous is standing there. It's pretty good.
So what's funny is who voiced. So I looked it up again to remind myself who voiced Hondo. You'll never believe who it was.
I looked him up once, so I know what he looks like. I just don't remember his name.
Do you remember? Okay, so Jim Cummings is his name. Do you remember his most famous role?
I do not at all.
Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, yeah. I knew he was known for something, but I actually did not know it was Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, I know. The same guy who did the Winnie oh bother voice is the same guy who does Hondo.
So there was always I've always thought it was interesting because it kind of shows you, I guess, his personality, but it also shows you a little bit of the problem that was going on with the Republic, because he's a pirate, he's a kidnapper, he's a murderer, he's a stealer, he does whatever it takes. And then it got to a point towards the end where they were literally looking for him to help them with things, and it was like,
so at the
it's a little bit of a weird situation.
Well, at the end of the season 5 premiere, when they do what they're after that moment, when they return to the Senate, talk to Palpatine. Palpatine goes on to mention like, oh, ignore Maul. It's a personal matter between you all. And then as Mace, Yoda, Anakin, Obi-Wan are talking to each other, Obi-Wan's like, well, the criminal, like the underworld, we kind of let it go under control when we've been doing the fighting the Separatists. It's like the pirates have been going crazy, the crime syndicates. So then, obviously them having to hire the pirates to help with all that stuff.
Yeah. And then so I guess that's it with the cartoon. We'll kind of go over some of the original cartoon, and then we'll go over some of the comic book stuff in a minute. But then I have one more, and it's because I've always said, I like Rebels because it was something that me and my son watched. We watched it every day. But imagine my surprise for absolutely no reason, and I'm still sort of confused as to why this is. I turn it on one, I think it was Saturday, or no, it was like a random night, but some random like Friday, I turn on with my son, and
then he let Pisaco out. The villain was upon us, I'm telling you. But young Ezra, he stood tall in front of me and withstood a massive attack. My friend, I was just talking about you. How you and I rescued the generators from the evil Vizago.
Yeah, that's not true. You stole the generators and my ship.
What an accusation! You wound me!
My friend, I was just talking about you.
And the funny part is, it's like that constantly, where he's like, yeah, I'll help you, and he is helping, but as they like walk away, he's literally like sabotaging the whole thing because his plan was to, kind of. What I really want is to steal everything that you're trying to do.
Take the nails out of the floorboards, and then
he's playing both sides.
Which is kind of interesting because that takes me back to the point that I kind of asked Hoosier to look at the last second. Was imagine my surprise when I'm at Disney World and I'm walking through Disney World, and every time I turn around, there's a picture of this pirate, and he's like leading the guests into the Disney World, and I ride rides, and he's the one in charge of having us take out the Millennium Falcon, and I'm just really confused as to why he went from this dastardly pirate to now he is like the face of the guest relations at Galaxy's Edge. It's very odd.
Yeah, which is fun because did you know the backstory behind that, Kachun, or no?
No.
So for everyone watching, so when they were doing when they were leading up to announcing Galaxy's Edge and then having a whole section for Star Wars at like Walt Disney World, the Star Wars Celebration in Disney Expo in 2017, they announced that they're going to do a Hondo Ohnaka animatronic that would lead guests and talk to guests, and basically be the host for the ride, the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. I think it's the main ride, the main ride in the.
Sorry, I didn't mean to throw you over the armadillo thing.
So it was the main ride for the park, and so they announced in 2017, showed some concept art, and then in 2019 at Star Wars Celebration in Chicago, they showed the animatronic off, and it looks really good. Like I watched it again. And to see, like, it flows really well, especially for like that was really
it's good.
Some early stuff like that. I wonder how it performs in the park though.
I saw it; it's pretty good. It looks fine.
Didn't work out.
Yeah, most of Disney's like really advanced animatronics are really good.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so they made that animatronic of him to kind of lead the guests and guide the rides. It's a pretty cool idea, and like bringing that character in because the Galaxy's Edge. So we'll talk about it too. They had a comic based on it. It takes place during the Empire, so it must. I can't remember what the timeline is between. Is that supposed to take place before Rebels, or it must be right?
I would think so, yeah.
Because he looks completely different.
Well, Rebels had their own art style, so
yeah. Well, this guy like it's like someone they stripped him of his clothes, and left him like a tank top.
Yeah. Well. I don't know why I'm going to highlight this, but I will. It's coming. I just find this very odd for somebody to take a shot when you're a comic book nerd. It isn't like we're not all swimming in the same pool. Like, I know there's different areas of the pool that's a little bit deeper of nerdom than the other ones, but we're all in the same pool. Some parts have been
peed in, some haven't been.
Yeah, I mean, you got the like live LARPers and everything. They're way off by themselves, but we're all in the same pool, my friend. We're all just dog paddling in the same nerd pool.
So he had his comic appearances after all of his Clone Wars appearances.
Yeah, so all of his
except and half of his Rebel.
That Darth Maul was like before it all, but like even then, we'll find out it's like barely appearance.
And then Rebels was season 2, season 3. Yeah, he was in season 4, and that's before and after the comic. Before he appears in comics, so. I guess he gained a lot of popularity in about 2007.
Yeah. Around that time. That's probably why they chose all that.
Right.
So yeah. Otherwise, yeah, I guess we'll just dive into like the comics and such.
Yeah, I'm
funny moments you'd want to highlight for yourself, like a tune.
Well, one thing I don't know if I didn't get to read the Adventures ones, but I did want to point out his little pet.
Yeah.
Muck.
What is it called?
Pika. Muck Pika is the blue one.
Mm-hmm.
And Muck Pilaf
was the red one.
Which is the green one's brother.
Yeah.
Apparently, and the red one, the Pilaf, was the one that stole the lightsabers
from
Dooku. He kind of did well, and the other one did the dirty work for Hondo most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Did what were those things called again?
Monkey lizards.
The monkey
lizard monkeys. I don't know why they're Earth terms.
Is that actually the name of those? There's no way.
I think so. I mean, that's what I found when I looked them up.
Oh, okay. I remember Jabba's being like Salacious Crumb or something really funny.
Yeah, Salacious Crumb, but I don't know his race.
Salacious B. Crumb. He has an initial.
He has a middle name.
Yeah, you're right. Kowakian monkey lizard.
A monkey.
Yeah, I actually think it's called a monkey lizard. I really do. Like,
I've
never heard anything but a monkey lizard.
That's funny. I thought it was just like a joke kind of thing. Like, no, it's not like something really
a hybrid of earth animals.
Yeah, it's monkey lizard. I mean, I look at that. I guess you can call this a monkey lizard.
Yeah. Looks like a chihuahua and a monkey mixed together, but I guess you can do a monkey lizard.
It's the true chupacabra.
It is. All right, you guys ready to jump in these slides?
Yeah, sounds fun.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I got it. Actually,
I had to bring the pet up.
Yeah, well, that's a good. I completely forgot. I didn't realize they were both brothers.
Because he's always like on his shoulder and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't realize they were siblings. That they just went and grabbed a new one. That's funny.
All right, we got these.
Yeah.
All right.
Courtesy of our fourth member, our auxiliary member.
I will say this before we get going. I think you guys can see me. I'm trying to look at my phone. Yeah. I'm on okay. So they do have the things in the when I was at Disney World. I'm sure you've seen them where it's like a magnet that you can put underneath your shirt.
Oh yes, you mentioned
there. Yeah, and then you have like a little air pump thing that you move, or like a little what do you call it, like a puppet thing. Then you can have that thing on your shoulder too.
Oh, serious?
Pretty cool. I think a pretty cool like addition to like a cosplay thing. Just having that little guy.
All right,
so we're put that out there, right?
Yeah. We're gonna start with comic appearances. So here we go.
So yeah, for appearances, as mentioned, so he appears in the Darth Maul miniseries, very limitedly, like a Where's Hondo kind of scenario. Which following that we'll find out. So he shows up in the Adventures comics. That's his first, like I would say, full appearance and cover. The you getting ready to click the button?
Popular series that
is that officially his first appearance? That one you said
first appearance.
So make sure I got that. We got to make sure that's there.
So I'd say first appearance, or I also say cameo appearance, is number 2. His first cover appearance and full appearance, where he talks and has a part in the story, is Adventures number 7. He appears in 8, and then he shows up to these. They did this like Galactic Icons variant cover set across all the different series for a while. We had it shown before for a different character. So he shows up on Vader, and then after that, he's in his own mini series, The Galaxy's Edge. He shows up in issues 3, 4, and 5.
Nice,
great series that.
Oh, it was cool. It was a fun surprise. I remember seeing it in the stores when it was on the shelf. I had no idea what the hell it was supposed to be.
Yeah, fantastic covers.
So, yeah,
popular.
I mean, I can't even look at these 2 comic books.
Well, remember everyone, this is a very popular one that we talked about, because on top of the now Hondo's appearance, it was also the first appearance of Aura Singh and the first appearance of Cad Bane. So a lot of Clone Wars alumni show up in this issue.
And this, look at this. I mean, that's just stupid. Like, I need this in my life.
Gorgeous.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
It may even be. I know we need to leave this for another week, but what's her name? In this series.
Which one? The not prepared, eh?
No, I can't remember her name.
Well, we'll come back to that. Put a pin in it.
Yeah, I'll put a pin in it.
So yeah, we have here. So
there we go.
I had to put that red circle there because when I had looked up and it said this was his first appearance, I'm like, I remember reading the comic many times. I was like, where the hell was he? And then I see this image and I'm like, oh, he has to be just somewhere here. And that apparently he's the one that has the green pads on his shoulder.
So how could this be his official first appearance, though? Whenever you have like Venom popping out of a closet to say raw, and that's not his first appearance, but this is his first damn appearance.
Yeah. So well, funny enough, he's here, and in the other issues for the Darth Maul, it gets closer and closer to the to front, but he's still behind some people. A lot of over the shoulder appearances in this one.
Yeah, he does plenty of bidding.
Yeah. Which is funny to think about, that he kind of comes across Maul pretty early on and then reunites with them almost much later on.
I've always liked these Syndicate guys. They're always kind of cool looking.
Oh, it's cool. I always see them. But so that's it. Now, this is the first cover appearance, and also technically it would be the first full appearance where he takes part in the story. It's just kind of like a little, him going off with Ezra doing some shenanigans. And yeah, as the Adventures comics were.
Yeah.
So. I want to bitch about what he said because I can't highlight it. He said comic book nerds hang in the hot tub with daiquiris and Star Wars nerds in the shallow end. I'm like, what can you possibly say? Because comic book nerds are not that freaking cool. Then he says fighting with pool noodles. And I'm like, shit. Because they probably would be fighting with pool noodles. Like, to be honest, they probably would be. Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, it's funny. So these are some of the cover prints. So that one on the left, the Darth Vader, is the galactic icon. So that's the so that's him there, just showing off what it looks like. So funny enough, that actually came out the same month as the Adventures. It came out at the end of the month, while the Adventures came out at the beginning.
Oh,
so
really?
Pretty close to each other timeline. It was like August, but yeah. And then
I just wondered where his helmet came from because it's very unique.
It's like a metal pirate's cap, like captain's cap. Interesting enough. But the so that issue 3 there, if you go back there,
I don't know if
I
can't go back.
I was talking about Aayla Secura.
Aayla Secura. Does she in that Darth Maul?
Oh yeah, big time. They stand off with each other like.
That's not Aayla Secura.
Oh wait, it's not.
That was just some apprentice character. She dies at the end of it. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Do all blue Twi'leks look the same to you? Is that?
Wow.
Oh. Ouch.
Stop blue Twilight hate. Hashtag stop the hate.
Hashtag Twilight hate. Stop the hate.
It's a problem in the galaxy. Everybody knows that.
So the issue 3 there, Galaxy's Edge. That's the first issue he shows up in that series. And that's the A cover. Gorgeous little cover where he's stealing a million things.
You made me come back just to show that he has a million things in his jacket.
Well, just showing because that was the first issue of that.
Like the trash lady from Labyrinth.
Yeah. And then these are the variants. The one on the left was the B variant.
This artist is a way better artist than I'll ever be in my life. I just don't like the way he did this face.
Right, it's a little weird, but that's based on the animatronic that they did. The look there.
Well, I don't like it.
I think they made it a little weird in the face too. But the second one is the second printing cover, which is weird. So what's funny about that is that second printing cover isn't even in that issue. It's in issue 4.
Oh, really?
Fuchsia, what's happening, Fuchsia?
Issue 4, because I was confused. I was like, wait, where was that in the issue? I don't remember seeing it.
A sneak peek for the next issue, man. Come on.
Yeah. But so issue 4 on the left has that as the variant, the B cover where he. It's the second printing again. So it's Dr. Aphra meeting with Hondo, and then this really cool B cover to issue number 5. That has all the people who showed up in that miniseries.
That's my favorite, right? That one.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Greedo, Han, Chewie.
What's happening? What's happening at 90? What are you up to, man? I haven't seen you.
Damn.
Jeez. Talk about bringing back the hits.
Yeah.
All right.
It's been a while.
So they just use her every chance they get. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Like they just treat her like a cheap whore because she's like in every single book. They find a way to put her in.
And her murder robots.
Yeah. Well, they're the best. So yeah, outside of that, those are the comic appearances. So this is the actual list of TV appearances he shows up in. So for Clone Wars, the first appearance in Dooku Captured, the Gunga General is the next episode. And all the way to season 2, he shows up for the bounty hunter stuff. And then comes back in season 5 for Darth Maul, and for the stuff with Ahsoka and the younglings. And then he reappears in season 2 of Rebels, and then kind of sporadically shows up through it all, and then shows up for the finale, the last 2 episodes of Rebels.
I would say this as my critique: he absolutely steals pretty much every scene he's in the Clone Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Rebels is okay, but he almost comes off as annoying a little bit. Like he's not as funny to me as he is here.
He's a crew. He's all by
But
himself.
I feel like when you watch Rebels, he's in way more episodes than this. It seems like it.
That's what was funny. I was like, he's obviously not in season 1. I'm like, I'm sure he's just with season 2, and he does. But I thought he showed up throughout like all of season 3.
I would have bet a fair amount of money that he was in way more appearances than that.
More than like he has almost the same amount of appearances in Rebels as he does Clone Wars. He has 2, 4, 6. 9 appearances in Clone Wars, and he has 5 in Rebels.
That's weird.
And he just plays both sides the whole time.
Always flipping, flopping.
Oh, what the hell is this now?
So that's
It's funny. When I first saw it, I was kind of annoyed by him a little bit.
That's the video.
It grew on me, and now I just love him.
I can't unmute it though.
And I thought those tusks were like trophy teeth or something that he had around his face, but they're part of his race.
Yeah, they're actually part of his face.
Yeah. Well, I can't hear that.
It's really hard to hear. Sadly.
It won't let me like get to the volume. There's everything I can. What happened
to the power of a big fun? But you know what I always say. Speak softly and drive a big tank.
I can't. I don't know. I don't know what to do. It like wants to do the page.
What about the button on the keyboard?
Maybe.
Oh, that was another one I completely forgot to mention the quote for. When he sees Boba, that's not mine, is he?
It's almost like he's in a scene with every character.
Yeah, and then Mun like 14 appearances basically.
Can you hear it now?
No. No, it's like non-existent. Without volume, it's pointless.
Oh no, there's still entertainment there.
That's what Chris said.
All right, I don't know if there's more.
I think it's just Mr. G's computer's screwed.
It's not nothing to do with my computer.
Oh, that's a shame.
All right.
Well, it would have been really good, but otherwise, yeah, we got some upcoming comics.
All right, hold on.
Only two.
Blame it on my computer. Let's just talk about the legends are in the room here. We got 90. Fuchsia's in here, and Chris is still here. So it plays loud on my phone. That's what I thought. No, it's not. No, it's fine. It's not because it plays really loud on my computer. There's something weird about it, like having to do it over the
stream
over this thing. You should have told me. I could just download the clip.
That's like the Doppler effect or something. That's something else.
I mean, it might take you next week to download that 2 minutes, though.
All right. So here we go. What's coming up next?
So so you got Bounty Hunters number 16 into the War of the Bounty Hunters event still going on. So yeah, Boba Fett's gonna be fighting up with Valance and Dengar.
Dengar, always in the bar.
Yeah. And then you have the variants. So on the left is the anniversary variant again. So this is the Revenge of the Sith homage.
Such a good one.
I love Grievous's cape.
Didn't we already see this last week? I think
so
the same one.
That cover on the right was shown last week as well. Apparently they messed up, and it was it's supposed to be this week. They pushed it. So it was early spec for everyone.
Those blueprint variants have been pretty neat with all the ships.
Interesting enough, I'd say for least. I'll say that's all the only Marvel comics. So otherwise, there is an Adventures Ghost of Vader's Castle #1. Yeah, basically kind of continuing off of the Vader Castle they had going on before.
Am I wrong? Isn't Star Wars Adventures kind of kiddie, or is it not?
So it's a weird situation where it's more targeted towards kids, but they have stuff like these miniseries are often like teen focused.
Yeah,
like 14-year-old.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like, at least the Vader stuff, because the Vader Castle, they're doing more of like not horror, like a thriller focus, really, where it's like the ghost and the Mustafar Castle.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of the covers on the Vader's Castle ones are great.
Yeah, that's the thing. The covers were great.
I kind of like this black and white one, actually. Wow.
It looks really good.
He's a little bit funky looking, but other than that, it looks pretty good.
He's front and back. Just don't look at Jar Jar on that black and white cover.
That's fine. I don't mind.
Or the regular one. So yeah, that's the B cover, and then they have the RI, the black and white version. That's the 1 in 10.
1 in 10, yeah.
Which is all their black and whites are 1 in 10.
Chris trying to get on my good side with that one. What do we have here?
So Chris says the clip is actually in the folder, so you can try and play it off of that.
We're just gonna have to agree to disagree, and people can go look at it from the YouTube if they want to. He didn't make it himself. He just took it from somebody else's. And I'm not gonna play somebody else's and then get freaking in trouble for it or something. Oh, all right. So, did you guys learn anything new about the most infamous and famous pirate in the world? Galaxy, I guess.
I'd say his I didn't realize that his little buddy pet thing were brothers.
Yeah, Muck,
and for
Pilaf and Pika.
Muck. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, Hondo. I what was I say? He was still above what I remembered from before. Obviously, I didn't realize how how you mentioned his leadership skills are actually considered really bad, by all Star Wars themselves. I would have thought they would have considered him
apparently.
But his kidnapping skills are just meticulous.
Impeccable.
Yeah. And I didn't realize he really did appear a lot. Just out of nowhere. It's usually just kind of a surprise when he turned up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here we go. Hondo's here.
All right. Yeah. So I try to download it, but it's not allowing me to put it on here.
You can't just play it through the drive.
Yeah, I'm gonna try now. I tried to download it and then I was gonna upload it here, but it's too big for
2 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I think the problem is maybe the share, but we'll try it again.
It could
just
be.
For Chris, since he works so hard downloading other people's property.
My friends.
That works.
It is I, Hondo.
Is it any better?
It's much better. It's really clear, I find.
Okay, here we go then.
I don't deal with washed up old relics. Now let's leave your wife out of this. There is no need for such impropriety among thieves. An old Jedi sympathizer? Jedi scum! I wouldn't believe it either, but one of my best friends was a Jedi. I'm pretty sure we were friends. You're calling me a liar. You lied to me. I knew what I did. I smell profit.
I think he muted it.
What happened to the power? I was having fun. But
Yeah.
You know what I always say. Speak softly and drive a big tank. This is not good, Brenda. Well, this meeting is off. Not mine, I think.
Oh, how did I forget that part?
We have a so we'll split the treasure. Split the treasure. Oh, that's a classic. Oh my. Where's my weapons? You still do not trust Hondo, even our history together. Always eager to insist the Empire. I'm kidding, of course. But anyway, you should be giving us a medal. Oh, I have done this many times, and I've only been struck. I have done this many times. Who wants to see Hondo? Not doing that. Friendship is the greatest treasure. You really mean it? Mostly. I'm flying! Big man fly. And he's always laughing. Always having a good time, this fellowship. In Scotland. We are pirates. We don't even know what that means. Open fire. Once again, Hondo comes through. No need to thank me. Thanks. What an accusation. You won't be. I am gone. I will send you my will. Good night. Good night.
That's actually
pretty well done.
Yeah, I forgot. There's so many good quotes like that. Yeah, the one where you on the hill and the ship's above him. This is no longer profitable. He runs, and then obviously Boba. How we forget about that one?
Yes, Chris. Here's the thing. I know you don't do YouTube and you don't deal with the great overlords of Disney, but if I don't make it myself make it into some kind of other thing, then it is stealing. That's why it's you got to be very careful when you play other people's stuff. I did not change that to something else, and now I'm admitting it on YouTube that I did not change that to something else of my own. That is what fair usage. But all right, well, thank you, Mr. Lopez, for that. That is pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. I forgot about that. I forgot him wondering if old Boba Fett was his kid. Like, not mine, I hope. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, he's a pretty awesome character. He was pretty good comic relief in that. It was kind of needed in some of those scenes where it got all serious. Because when Darth Maul got there, it got all super serious and dark and almost too much at times. And then he would run around the corner, say something stupid, and then run back the other way. It was always pretty good. Well, all right. I think we can end it there. You guys good with that?
Yeah. I mean, no news. Well, there is one, but I'm going to leave it for next week because it's bigger news to deal with. So,
all right.
It's not going to upload it into the drive. So,
what's up, poor Mike? I see you. We're so excited that you're here.
Now, would you? One thing, obviously, the little monkey lizard as a cosplay thing. Would you ever try and do a Hondo cosplay with spikes coming off your face?
Potentially. I mean, I did tusks when I did Larfleas.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it would be
like would that be something that you would try to create, or would it be like a latex mask? Or
yeah, would that make like a latex? Would that be the easiest way to kind of do that look?
I would probably, maybe latex.
It's all about wrinkly, right?
But I could make the tusks out of foam and also adhere those because foam's pretty light, and you can actually you can get foam clay. It's like a Play-Doh, but it's made of foam. It's wet, but then when it dries, it stays rigid, and you can actually Dremel it and everything. You can shape it once it dries.
Interesting. And it's not, yes, obviously, because you can have multiple hang off your face. You won't be dragging you down all day.
Right. Yeah, it wouldn't be too bad. But it's pretty wrinkly, so it'd have to be pretty much a full face thing.
Yeah, neck too, because it's all that.
At least you'd have goggles on to cover like this part of your face. You just have to worry about like cheeks.
But then, you know what I think about whenever I hear him explain cosplay, or people who like make things from woods, like they'll make entire, I don't know, like the Sistine Chapel out of matchsticks or something. I'm like, as a human race, if we could ever just focus, and if we had an overlord who forced us to focus on bettering the human race, we should be able to figure this thing out in about 10 minutes. And instead, we get all this ingenuity to do stuff like make matchbook things and cosplay. Right. There's like all this amazing creativity on stuff like that.
All the fun stuff.
LEDs on everything.
All right. Is anybody? Chris. I'll put it up there. If anybody has the idea for next week, you can let us know in the comment section. If not, we'll come up with something. I had an idea and then I lost it, so I'll try to remember if I can remember it. But
yeah, because all the issue is a lot of times we all have really fun characters we have ideas for take a long time to like get ready, like prep, like bigger names. So trying to find some of these smaller characters like Hondo, which are like fun characters that show up or have limited appearances, it's fun to dive into. So if anyone has any like little fan favorite guys or little ones,
any requests, we'll take them. And if not, we will see you the same time next week. This will be one, but not next week. I guarantee that. No matter how much you ask. I tell you what, I guarantee this. Actually, we probably won't be doing this show when the game comes out, but when there's
That's
more,
2023.
yeah, because that's like 3 years from now. But
that'll be the reunion special. We would bring.
I was about to say when the game comes out, we'll do that, but that's not what I meant. I meant when there's like a lot more information. Like, are they going to stick with the same
gameplay trailer?
Yeah, there's a gameplay trailer. I also would like to know if they're going to stick with the same right. Like, is it the exact same script? Are they changing the script at all? If they change the script at all, it actually makes me more scared because I don't trust Disney and I don't trust them to rewrite scripts without doing something stupid and doing some kind of nonsense. So, but yeah, they probably need to spice it up a little bit and get a better graphic. So when the game comes out, no, we have not done Darth Bane. I wouldn't mind doing an old school Darth.
He'd be pretty cool. The only issue is most of his stuff is from those books, from the Bane trilogy.
It's a non-canon situation, but I don't mind doing a non-canon.
It would involve us having to go through the books or even just like kind of.
And by us, we really mean the Canadian because he's the one that reads those books. So
we did Cad Bane.
Yeah, we did the Bane.
Yeah.
I don't mind perusing comics. I don't mind watching some TV shows, get some clips and stuff. But as far as reading those novels, that we'll leave that one to Canadian. But all right, guys, we'll catch you next time. See you later.
See you later.